Hello and welcome to Mom's Amazing Journey. In 2008, when I moved back to the USA from Grand Cayman Island, I intended to move forward with my career and also build the Corporation X vision. Unfortunately, my mother suffered a stroke, coincidentally right at the same time, and I had a choice: have a career and make a ton of money, or take care of Mom in her old age. Otherwise, she'd had a fate worse than death. I chose Mom. So if you're wondering why Corporation X is not fully funded at this point, it's because I made a sacrifice to take care of her. And it turned into an experience longer than I ever anticipated. The original Mom's Amazing Journey story is still alive. Mom had one last itch. She wanted to travel from Jacksonville to Glacier National Park to see her other son's new place out there. He had moved there from California after retiring from Adobe. I took her on the journey, even though the rest of the family really didn't want me to do that. But she had one last itch she wanted to scratch, and I wanted to give it to her. But the Mom's Amazing Journey that is ready to be published is the story of how we reversed and cured her from Alzheimer's dementia. Okay, in 2016, I thought she was a goner. Couldn't keep the urinary tract infections from occurring, no matter how clean I kept her. As soon as the 2 weeks of antibiotics were done, she was back with a UTI, and she didn't know who I was, and bathing her was impossible, and life was basically a living hell. And then something changed, and within a couple months she had full bowel and bladder control, which I've been told was impossible to have happen again, and she knew who I was, and she looked forward to being bathed. And within a year, she was walking without a walker, which blew me away, because how could this be? She's not out doing physical activity. She's not doing anything to improve, yet somehow she is able to do that. What I realized, using my analytical mind, is I had witnessed the descent into and the recovery from Alzheimer's. Okay, and that is what the story of Mom's Amazing Journey is about. Okay, is how we did it, so that others can know how to do it. Now, as far as I can tell, I'm 1-0 with treating an Alzheimer's patient and having them live for another 5-6 years after the cure. Okay, whereas the rest of the medical community doesn't have such a good track record, let's say. Okay, so I think that millions of people around the globe be really, really interested to know what happened, in case it can help them with their loved ones. And that's what Mom's Amazing Journey is about.